Alright lads and sisters, I'm Eccentric Racer, and I'm back on Forza 4, continuing on the King of the Mountain series. Last time, in the four-wheel drive cars, we took this, the Bentley Continental GT. It was the slowest, unsurprisingly. Yeah, it was just way too heavy for the course. Also as well, you might have to excuse my voice a little bit, I am still a little bit ill. So, yeah, I'm having to probably turn the game down a little bit so you can hear me a little bit clearer. There we go, I'll do it live. Why not? Yeah, so I'm a little bit ill, so if I try and talk in a higher pitched voice, my voice just completely, well, is broken. So I can't actually do that whatsoever. Yeah, it's a roller coaster at the minute. Hopefully I'll be able to talk fluently throughout this entire video. Or, you know, I'll keep doing up the whatchamacallit, the mistakes I make with the commentary. It's just usual for me. Anyway, for those that have a little bit more of a keen eye, they will have noticed the car I'm actually going to be setting up this time, the 2010 Nissan GTR. I actually have less, I don't have as higher hopes. Excuse me. I don't know if I've got higher hopes for this or not. Like, the Bentley, yes, was heavy at £5,500. That's nearly a ton and no, sorry, 2.5 ton. Pronounced my T's there. 2.5 tons worth of car. Of course, I did manage to take a lot of the weight off, but I had 700. But I did have a good amount of power, but it was just too heavy. This, while lighter, still isn't light at £3,700. So this is over 1.5 tons. So yeah, I'm not too sure how this is going to do, but I'll have to wait and see. It also starts off pretty high in S-Class. So yeah. This is problem number one. What tyres do I put on the thing? Because I can... Right, well, let's see. Oh, I can actually change the body kit a little bit. Oh, there you are. See, there's me voice breaking a little bit. Oh, there's sport wings. Interesting. Of course, I'll put that on. What bumpers can we get? What the bloody hell is that? That is awful. That's absolutely... Good God. AB Flug, sort it out. Sea West, that's actually quite nice. Top Secret is the same, but... Yeah, it's ever so slightly different, but not noticeable. Walled... I don't know. All of these are sport film bumpers. And whilst I can't put on race film bumpers, I can put on these. These are legally allowed. We'll go with the Sea West. What rear bumpers have we got? So we can change the sides a little bit. Ooh, I actually like that. Walled. Oh, we can put on a sport rear bumper. Interesting. You know what? Let's go with that, and then we've got side skirts, which well, obviously it's gonna decrease the handling. I'm actually not going to bother with that. So, with the PI now, we've got 5 to play with, but our handling has increased. Did I put on the... Yeah, it did. I thought it was a different wing, but it's a giant wing. It's good stuff. Oh, I don't know. Do I want sport tyres or race? What size tyres do we got? We've got 285s at the back. I could put up to 315s, or at the front we're at 255s. I think... Is that gonna be... No. Oh, I think I'm gonna go with race tyres. I think I'm gonna want the grip. I can't put on a gearbox, that's gonna be too much PI. Diff, yes. VCRBs, absolutely. I can't put on any race brakes. Interesting. There's no race brakes. So I could probably get away with increasing the front tyre widths. Oh, actually, that's the point. Am I going to be able to even put on any power? Oh, I can. That's 4 horsepower. Well, this is... You know what? This is a... I'm not going to bother. No, it's not worth it, I don't think. 9 horsepower. It's already heavy enough, but I can... Oh, you're going to be... I think I'm going to go for 265s. I think I'm going to go with... I think I'm going to go better off going for... What's it? Wider front tyres. What's that? That takes off £1. I may as well put in the clutch. Right, okay. That is the R35. Yeah, that's the R35 built with a few body modifications. Of course, we've got sport front bumper, which interestingly doesn't add any PI. That might help actually. If we've got a little bit of front downforce, not raised from bumper levels of downforce, but we do have a little bit. If my left bumper would work. There we go. Yeah, we've got a little bit of handling increase, so it could be an interesting one. I reckon it could be an interesting one. I probably could have looked at some lighter wheels instead of a clutch. Ooh, they take off a lot of weight, actually. Right, hang on. Normally I wouldn't do this, but when I'm scrounging around for 1 PI, I think I'm better off trying to scrub off as much weight as I possibly can. Yeah, you know what, that's pretty cool. £11, yes, let's go with that. Nice, okay. Nissan is built. Hopefully, it'll do well. 480 horsepower, so it's nowhere near the most powerful 4-wheel drive car. It's nowhere near the heaviest either, but not very powerful at all. With, well, power to weight is quite bad. 3,700 pounds for 480 horsepower. That's not a lot. Excuse me. Right, but enough about that. Let's see how it does. Fukimi Kaido. Alright, here we are at the base of Fukimi Kaido New Hill Climb. Gonna have 3 attempts to get this Skyline up the mountain as quick as possible. The current leader, the Ford RS200. Excuse me. Bloody hell. With a 431.866. I don't think this will beat it at all. I do think it'll be beating the Bentley with that 439. The Quattro might possibly be a little bit out of reach. Possibly. I'm not too sure though. But we'll have to wait and see. Yes, I did put a race diff on it. I had a momentary panic. Does sound good, this car though. I will admit that. Right, okay. Come on, Skyline. Prove me wrong. Good launch already. Let's get you into a second gear. Let's see. Turn 1. How do we handle? It does understeer quite a lot, as expected, with a fair few of the 4-wheel drive cars, especially one that are a little bit heavier, like this one. Christ almighty. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, the understeer is quite announced, unsurprisingly. Let's see. Acceleration, we're doing 95 miles an hour. Yeah, that's not quick whatsoever, considering the Lotus that went up in the rear-wheel drive cars was doing into the 100 miles an hour. So yeah, the acceleration is not this car's forte, but hopefully the launch of the corners, like all 4-wheel drive cars have, will help it a little bit, especially compared to the Bentley. That's its main target. It's lighter, but a lot less powerful. I mean, what we're dealing with... Oh crap, I turned in way too early there. I mean, you know, the Bentley was on race compounds as well. I managed to take out, I think, about £1,000 out of it, but it was still way too heavy. Whereas with this is lighter by a considerable amount, but we are talking about, I don't know, 300? Well, probably not quite 300 horsepower down on that Bentley. So, probably even more. I can't remember exactly. So, yeah, that's the That is the major concern with this Nissan. Right, okay. Anyway, the 4 hairpins we go. Let's see. The short gears actually might help it somewhat out of these corners. Especially at the 4 hairpins. Having a relatively short first and second might help somewhat. Right, we're out of there. Okay, heading up to the river chicane. Gotta brake a little bit for the left-hander before it. Okay, into 4th. Let's see, we are doing about 111 I saw there through it, which is not bad, but it is about 3 miles an hour down on some of the other 4-wheel drive cars. Gotta stamp heavily on the brake, headed towards the 50% hairpin now. Get it through this left-hander. Absolutely belt on the power. Very nicely held there, Nissan. Excuse me. Right, get into the second tunnel now. I will admit, this Nissan does drive better than that Bentley. What a shocker. It is driving better, but compared to other cars, not as nice. I definitely do prefer the R32. God, I got distracted there. That was not good. Went on the power too early. Yeah, compared to the R32, that went up, that actually held the record for a little bit before the RS200 came around and absolutely demolished it. Yeah, that was really nice. This, not as nice. But we're doing okay at the minute through the waterfall car park. Oh, I need to... actually, no, that wasn't too terrible. Right, let's get you into 3rd gear though. Again, slamming on the brakes. Through this left-hander. Going on the power early. Got to really focus on controlling this car. Tell you what, now that I'm sort of learning how the car drives, it is proving me wrong. It is actually being really nice to drive. Oh, I got that corner all sorts of wrong. Need to definitely sort that out for race for route what's it? Runs 2 and 3. Sorry, I'm completely failing to think properly. Right, okay, come on. 100 miles an hour into 4th gear. What speed are we going to be looking at? Nothing. Absolutely amazing. 127, and that was too early on the brakes. Could probably get another 2 mile an hour, possibly even touch 130 before slamming onto the brakes, and I'd still make the corner. We'll have to wait and see though. Come on, we've got to just get it round these couple of, just a few more corners. Round the right-hander and for the final left-hander. Come on, Nissan. Front end actually turning in nicely there. Just one more corner to go. It is flat out. Let's see. Ooh, not quite, but that was nowhere near a perfect run. A 440.1. Yeah. No, I can... There is definitely time to be saved in there. There are a few mistakes from me. So... easily I can get that down into the 430s. I do think that Bentley is going to be beaten by this. The Audi, if I get a perfect run, will possibly be in contention, but not likely whatsoever. So I'm going to let off a little bit earlier, try and get it through turn 1. Oh, my stick actually stuck to the right a little bit there. That's a little bit unfortunate. I definitely gonna have to get that cleaned or something. Right, okay, a little bit later on the brakes this time, or a little bit less. Just managing to keep it out the wall. Probably too tight of a line there. We'll see. What speed are we doing? 96 this time out, so I think we are a little bit quicker, but not by huge amounts at all. However, a mile an hour is a mile an hour. That will all add up in the end if, you know, I don't balls this run up. There we go, get through there, and then we've got to do this little cambered corner. Oh, that was a lot of on-braking understeer there. A lot of it. I wasn't locking the brakes at all. It's just the front end really did not get into that corner, but that left-hander was a lot better this time. This time out. Got to get on the brakes again. There we go. It does take a little while for that front end to hook in. Definitely. So yeah, that's the little concern I have, is that front end is not hooking into the corners as nicely as I would hope. It does take just a brief couple of tenths before the front end decides, oh yeah, right, okay, I'll tuck you into the corner now. Right, okay, through the 4 hairpins. It is actually doing nicely through the 4 hairpins. I will give the car that. It is actually good through it, and the punch out of the corners is actually not that bad. I have to say, we'll go a little bit wider to cut it into the corner. There we go, 114 mile an hour this time. So we have definitely gained some speed. Let's get this right-hander correct. There we go, much better this time out. Before the 50% hairpin, let's go wide and then tuck it into the apex. The front right tyre, I was hearing there, was just squealing a little bit. I think that was starting to lose traction a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot I can do that. You know what, I'll leave that up in case people are interested how the tyres are faring, heat-wise anyway. Because that is a little concern. Oh, I've done it again. It does not like that corner whatsoever. It really, really does struggle getting through that double right-hander. So I definitely need to be a lot more cautious there. That is definitely some tenth saving there. However, we are into the waterfall car park now. Let's get it through this double left-hander. There we go. That's, I think, a little bit better this time. So this corner, I thought we got wrong. Actually, turns out we didn't. I did that time though. That's the thing. I'm expecting the front end to not really hook in. What's it? I was kind of hoping that the front end would take just that smidge bit longer to go into the corner, but it actually doesn't. So that is something to be concerned about. I did get that little section much better this time out. That's definitely some tenths saved. Let's get it through this hairpin before the long straight. There we go. A little bit of a 4-wheel drift there, however, nothing too bad. I'm going to shift up a little bit earlier. Let's see, we should be able to get a couple more mile an hour here. Oh, big slide there, 127, and oh, that was too late on the brakes this time out. Christ. I think there was definitely probably a little bit more braking pressure that I could have given, but yeah, I outbraked myself massively there. So I need to definitely work on that corner somewhat. However, there's only a couple more corners to go. We've just got the final corner to go. That's completely flat out. There we go. Absolutely boot it now. There we go. That is more like it. 437.9. That's better. That is much better. Right. All I've got to do now is find a second, and that Audi Quattro is going to be beaten by this Skyline. This is where I was expecting it to be honest. I expected it to be beating the Bentley, and possibly the Quattro would be, well, it would be knocking on the Quattro's door 100%. That's what I reckon this the Skyline would be. So I'm glad to see that I'm sort of being proven correct at the minute. But who knows, if I get a brilliant run, I think that Audi will be beaten, and possibly the Cyclone. But I'm gonna have to find 1 second in this run. Not impossible, but knowing me, it probably is. Okay, final run. Let's get you through turn 1. Much better this time out, and less sticking to the right. We got through that left-hander decently. Right, okay, I need to be braver through this corner. Ooh, run it really close to the wall. But I think we are pretty good through there. Get on the power, use a little bit of the 4-wheel drift, a little bit of that 4-wheel drifting to punch it through the corner. Ooh, very wide through there. That was a lot of understeer. The back end letting go ever so slightly. Got to really now stamp on the brakes and get it through these corners. There we go in the third. Right, let's get this corner better this time out. Hook it through the second part, which we have done. Much better this time. Okay, take it wide, shift it down into second. And we are through that left-hander much nicer this time. Okay, come on. Now we've got to do a left-hander. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention as well, this car was actually suggested to me. Yeah, someone, it was Artemis, suggested to use this, to use the Skyline. So that's why I'm using it. If you do want to suggest a car for this series, then you know what to do. Leave it in the comment section, and I will do it. Or if you join my Discord, just leave it in like the video stream chat or whatever, and yeah, you can suggest a car, and I will run it up the Fukimi Kaido for you. Anyway, enough about that. Through the 4 hairpins, well, actually pretty nicely through there. Okay, what I need to do, hook it wide. Ooh, that was actually pretty close, probably a little bit dodgy. Oh, I forgot to turn notifications off. There you are. Shout out to Doki-chan. Right, okay, let's get it through there. Much better this time out. Oh god, come on. Up to the 50% hairpin now. I probably should have shifted it down into second. Let's have a look. Actually, no, third. Third was better. Second, I probably would be over-revving the car somewhat. Right, okay, we are through that right-hander nicely. Slam on the brakes in the tunnel. Get you through there. Nicely done, Nissan. There we go. Now that I'm starting to learn this car, is driving nicer, much better through that right-hander. Not had to panic and go very wide. I missed the apex of that one though. That corner, a lot of cars actually really struggle with understeer there. I think it kind of bottoms out a little bit. I'm definitely noticing like a lot of the cars just shudder along there. You know, it really does struggle to get through that left hand. I think the cars are bottoming out somewhat. But there we are. I think really just the advantages of rear suspension. I know I can't tune the cars, so I probably don't need to run the full-on rear suspension, but just having the car on a much stiffer suspension setup, I think is going to be nicer. I don't think the Nissan is going to be wallowy, not at all, but especially for some of the older muscle cars, I'm definitely going to want that. Definitely going to want stiffer suspension. Right. Okay. Anyway, onto the long back straight now. Let's see. So I definitely didn't brake good enough for this corner at the end of the straight. Let's see. 127. Slam on the brakes. Yeah, I'm braking too early, but it was still actually a pretty decent corner. I could have definitely got 1 or 2 1 mile an hour. Well, 1 mile an hour guaranteed. 2 possibly at a push. 3 I would definitely be missing the corner. Right, okay, just a couple more corners to go. Oh, that was a very wide through there. Come on, just 2 more corners to go. Huge slide out of there. Come on, it's flat out through this corner. Boot it. There we go, and much better. 436.5. That is, yeah, that beats this GMG Cyclone. That actually beats both the Audi and the GMC Cyclone. I did give this car, yeah, it proved me wrong. When I found that second run, I thought, oh yeah, there's definitely some speed in this Skyline. And yeah, it was proving it to me. It really has proven it to me. That is a big surprise, considering the first run was a 440. That was a terrible run, I will admit. This second run, not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but was a pretty solid run. And yeah, the Skyline proved that it was more than what I gave it credit for at the start. And so, the Skyline is going to take 5th place with, honestly, a very respectable 436.5. When I did the first run and I was getting a 440, I thought, alright, okay, this is going to beat the Bentley, but I didn't imagine it'd beat anything else, especially not gaining about 4 seconds in that run. It was a seriously impressive car, and it surprised me. It really did prove me wrong how quick that car really is. I was concerned that with it being quite heavy and not a lot of power, it would be really sluggish. No, it wasn't. It was absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, I will, I will bite my tongue on that one, because it was a really good car. However, that's going to be it from me. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do the stuff the YouTube algorithm likes. There'll be a link in the description to join my Discord in case you want to say hello to me. If you want to suggest a car, leave it in the comments or leave it in Discord. However, that's going to be it from me. Till next time, ciao for now.